Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, who is Natasha from Treasure Books. If you don't watch her, you're missing out on some really good stuff. And a couple of weeks ago, she was making little fans to use for different things, to decorate the front of junk journals and so forth. And I thought they would be perfect for making little tuck spots. I'm going to try and grab some small things here and show you what I had in mind. You could glue the fan to the page and then stick in tickets or something like that. Little ephemera, tags, whatever. So I made this one, kind of a prototype, out of this paper. I got all these things over here. Put those away. Okay. Anyway, I figured it could be like glued onto a page like this, and then you could fill in the places. So I have a couple of them here. I've got some that I've already cut, and then I've got one that I'm going to cut to show you how I did it. And I know people like measurements, so I'll give you some measurements. This is 3.5 inches wide. It's a scrap. And I made each diagonal 2 inches. And then, of course, put it up to 1 inch. Now, this is a little bit different than these. These are a little bit bigger. I don't think it matters. I really don't think it'll matter at all. So what I'm going to do is cut these into pieces. There it is. Looking for my ruler, because I'm going to use my knife on it. So I think you can have just as many pieces to the fan as you want, because you can spread it out really far or not so far. And I think I'm just going to cut the same direction and then cut them the other direction in a minute. So how is everybody doing? We've had some rain today and some thunder and lightning. It was doing that when I was supposed to be going to water aerobics, so I didn't go, because if it's thundering and lightning there, they kick you out of the pool anyway. And my little dog was sitting next to me shaking, so I would have felt bad dumping her off my lap and going to water aerobics. But anyway, it's muggy. And then I really got irritated because I looked out and the person that delivered the mail had left my mailbox open. So guess what? My mail was wet. They do that, and I don't know, can't you close the lid to the mailbox when you have delivered the mail? I'm probably going to have to call a post office. I think we have contractors that do a lot of this here, and it just, they ought to be able to close the mailbox, I think. I didn't cut that right on the lines, but it looked like it was cockeyed, so. Anyway, so I had that frustration, and then I had ordered dog food from Chewy, and whoever delivered that put it right outside my front gate, right up against the gate, which opens outward. So I had to heave it over the fence because it was too heavy to just move. I had to pull it over the fence so I could get out the gate to go get the mail. I don't know. Some days you just wonder. Well, that's all the complaining I'm going to do today. It's been hot lately, and it's very humid, muggy. As a matter of fact, the other day I got out of my truck and stepped outside, my glasses fogged up. So that tells you how muggy it is. Now, these that I've already cut and done, I punched a little hole in the bottom of them with my, with my little tool. Crocodile. I'll get it. And I'm probably going to do that with these, but I think first I'm going to try and round the corners. I did them by hand on the other ones, but I'm going to see if I can do them with my corner rounder here. Oh, that works. That works. And it looks like I started to mark the wrong page. Did I say what I did was mark it every inch and then go 2 inches here and then the median down here? I hope I told you that. Sometimes I don't know whether I've said what I wanted to say or not. Oh, I wish I'd have done the other ones with this. It's so much easier. And I'm thinking I might be able to do 2 at a time. Yep, can do 2 at a time. So that'll save time. You get to sit here and watch me do this. So what's everybody doing? Those of you in the United States for the 4th of July. I don't know what I'm doing yet. My church is having a 4th of July get-together from 10 to 2. And I'm thinking my younger son will probably have fireworks. He usually does. And so maybe we'll roast hot dogs or something, or whatever. It might be too hot to have a fire to roast hot dogs on. Might just roast them on the grill. But anyway, that's usually, he likes fireworks, so I'm hoping he has a lot of fireworks and we can go and do that and have fun. Okay. Now I've got way too many of these, I'm sure. So what I'm going to do is kind of and I think these I will cut the bottoms off of. Because I don't need the pointy bottoms. I don't think. Like I said, if you don't watch Treasure Books, you need to do it. She comes up with some really great ideas, which I'm going to be trying to put my own spin on them. I really like her stuff. I wish I had that much imagination to come up with these ideas, but I don't. Once in a while I come up with something, but not like this. This is just, to me, this is just fantastic. Okay, now, I don't think I can chomp through all this with the crocodile, and I'm going to use the small hole. I don't think it'll go all the way through. Oh, it did. Oh my goodness. I didn't think it would go through all of them at once. Wow, that's great. Okay. Now these already have a hole in them. And I want to decorate them a little bit, make them fancy. I started to mark on this side of the paper, so like I said, this was leftover paper. It's not something I'm real wild about, but I'm sure it'll fit into some journal, into something. Especially if I decorate it up with different things. Let me get a brad here. I even have some orange ones. Maybe I'll put an orange one on this one. I have a black one for the black and cream color. And I have some lace I'm going to try and put on that. Whether it will work or not, we'll see. I may end up just putting a black flower on it, on each one. As a matter of fact, I'll probably end up doing that because these are short. I have some bigger ones somewhere and I don't know where they are. Well, let's see if this is going to go through the holes. I don't think it will, especially not if it's glued in. If you don't open it and shut it, it should be fine if you have small brads. If you have bigger ones, like my prototype, where did I put my prototype? Right there. I put a big one on it and bent the tabs up in the back. I'm going to kind of spread these out and see how many I really need on here. Looks like 5 or 6 is going to be more than enough. That's 5. Okay, let's put 6. I think I'll go ahead and put 7. And Natasha put some of hers on, made some out of book pages, and they were quite attractive. Nope, it only needs 6. And that leaves me 4 that I can put with something else. And I do like that I cut the bottom off, so that's something to consider if you're making one. Put those away. I didn't want to let go of this while I did that. Okay, now I'm gonna try and bend down the sides of the brad. I think I would like them to bend that way and that way. There. Now, closes up like a little fan and opens up, so you could put this on. This one I glued down here at the bottom. I glued them together so that they wouldn't slide apart. Oops, and it looks like I missed one right here that I could have had on it. Ha! Well, it's the prototype. Probably ought to just cut that one out. Just remove that one, except it's glued in. Well, I'm still going to remove it because it's not showing anyway. Well, that can go in my scrap box. Okay. So I'm going to need to glue this down a little bit. And the reason I glued them is because if I'm going to use them for tuck spots, they've got to have something to kind of hold them out here. That was my feeling anyway. Now these, this one, let's see, let me spread them out so that I know they're all there. Okay. That's real confusing looking, isn't it? Oh, I should have inked it. All right. Go back and ink. Well, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Inking them gives them definition so that you know you've got a fan. Otherwise, Doesn't look like much. Just a bunch of funny papers. Okay, I will probably cut all this out from the video so you won't have to watch me ink all of these. Oh, there's the peach. That might go with it. I don't know that that looks very good. Well, might be okay. This isn't my favorite color combination anyway, so maybe I'll just put some peach lace on the top of each one. I guess I can turn my ink, or my ink upside down while and then I can measure these off, and I don't think I want to do them continuously across it. Or do I? No. So I just need to cut off some pieces here. I think probably my one son and his family will probably go to the water park on the 4th of July unless it's bad weather, because they have year-round passes to a water park. And that would be a day he would have off and be able to go. Unless my daughter-in-law is working that day. Which is a possibility. She works at a Dollar General. He encouraged her to do it to get out of the house because she just basically stays home all the time, other than going shopping and so forth. He thought she might need to get out of the house and do something, and he said they don't need the money, but she needs the time away from the house. She takes care of their granddaughter every day during the week. Okay, I think my glue should be down on the bottom by now. Ugh. And it is gummed up on the top. This is Fabri-Tac. And what I'm going to do is put it on all of them at the same time. And then put the lace on them. Oops. Don't end up putting them on each other. I need to thin this down. I keep saying that and then I don't do it. You thin it down with acetate. And all I have to do is just walk into my bathroom and get my acetate for my fingernail polish removal and use it. But, you know, it's just when you get done crafting and you turn off the light, you forget about these things. Okay. Ow. Oh, that wasn't good. I didn't put it down the hole. I put it down the side and it got me. Ow. Okay, I'm going to leave it on its side over there. Now I'm going to put the lace on these. And they do have a right and a wrong side. Then I'll trim them down. Don't need that anymore. Now I'll just trim these off. And I'm just trimming them. Well, that didn't stick very well. I guess I should trim them from the back. Then they'd be good. I just got the news yesterday that my brother-in-law is going to retire. He was going to wait till he was 67, and he's decided not to. So he's going to retire January 3rd, I think, because of the way it works out on weekends and stuff. And they live in, oh, excuse me, they live in the San Jose area. And they bought themselves a Airstream travel trailer and a nice truck to go places. And with his job, it's very hard for him to go out of town because they're always wanting him to do something. He's in IT for the Stanford Police Department. And he's just been stressed for the last few years, and he had cancer a couple of years ago, prostate cancer. He just needs to relax, so I'm really happy that he's decided to retire. My sister is too. She's very happy with it. And hopefully they're going to move out here. They don't want to live in California anymore. It's getting too expensive for everything. And their house is worth quite a bit, so they can make enough money to sell their house and then buy one outright here or somewhere out in this area, hopefully. I'm hoping. And not have a house payment or anything and live just fine. So that was good news. First he was going to retire the end of August, then he talked to the police chief, and it's going to take him a while to find somebody because I guess they have to do background checks on them and all kinds of things. It's going to take a while to find somebody to replace him, and then he's going to have to train him. So he agreed to stay till January. Then he can get the person trained, because he's been there 25 years, I think. A long time. I don't know what they'll do without him, because they're always calling him. When he's off, he gets phone calls all the time. Come on, go in. Took it out, and now it doesn't want to go in right. Oh my gosh. So basically, he's on call 24/7, which isn't real good. He's a salaried employee, so he doesn't get overtime. Even when he stays late. So anyway, I'm glad he's retiring. They can travel in their trailer. They can come down here and travel around, and they're planning on driving down this way and looking around and seeing what they want to do, because they've been here. They were here 3 years ago when my husband was not doing well and passing, and they came to see him before he passed. But, you know, when you're here to see somebody, you don't go around looking at houses and areas to live and so forth like that. So they're going to come and do that. Okay. I don't think that's too bad. Like I said, it's not my cup of tea, really. But I think it looks nice with the lace on it. And I'm going to open it up so it's fully open like that. And then put a little drop of glue here and there to hold it so it stays like that. black ones are the ones I'm excited about because I have an idea for those. I had an idea. I have some lace that's gathered, and I didn't realize it was as wide as it is. It's like 3 inches wide. That's too wide. It wouldn't fit in the journal. So I'm not going to do that. So I've got something else that I'm going to do for it. And see, I'm just gluing just down kind of here at the bottom so they kind of stay where I want them to be. Now you could have them, if you did them on the front one on something fancy and then closed it up, you could have it so when they opened it up, there were different sentiments or different things on there. That would work. I can see some of these need a little trimming here. They're sticking up. Don't want them to stick up too much. I didn't glue them on evenly, I guess, because that one's really different. I think I'll leave the end one the way it is. Okay. All right, now let's see about this one. Okay. I found some black lace that I really like. This black lace. I get it from Temu, and I've bought a lot of it because it works really well around things. I just need to find the end of it. Oh, come on. I know there's got to be an end somewhere. There it is. There it is. Oh, yes. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put that on there. I'm not going to do the flower. Well, we'll see about flowers. I'm not going to put those back totally yet. We'll see what we can do here. So, back to the glue. And get these all set out here. Also have some red pearls that I might put on it. Or even some gold pearls. Jazz it up a little bit. Okay. Put the magnet on there, might as well use it. Get the glue put on each one of these. Up toward the top. I'd like the lace to be hanging off the top like it was on the orange ones. Only maybe more so. I might just round the lace on this. Round the top corners on the curves that I made, because this lace does that. It'll let you round it. I imagine this looks really funny on the camera with my mat being black and white and this being black and beige. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Don't stick myself. I'm not going to pre-cut this either. I'm going to, and I don't know whether it has a right side or not. So I think I'm going to start like this and round it. Round it around the top. have a journal that I think I want to put this in. I have one that I'm making that's red and blacks, whites, and other things. Yeah, I kind of like the way that looks. And of course I'm getting it all over myself, the glue. I am back, and I am undecided. I want to put pearls on this, but I don't know which ones. I have gold, and I have some red. Maybe I'll take one of the reds out and see what it looks like on there. Also, I have the pearls, and that might be just the thing that I really want. Oh, come on. I can take one. I don't have to have the whole thing. Do I want this on here? Ooh, that looks kind of risque and fun, doesn't it? Kind of the vibe I was going for with this. Okay, I'm going to trim the lace on the rest of them, and then I'll put the pearls on. Now, you could make this out of magazine pages. You can make it out of scrapbook paper, which is what this is made out of. This is oh no, it's double-sided. I thought it was one-sided. The orange is one-sided. The prototype that I did is double-sided. So you can do, and I think I am going to keep one of these flowers out because I have an idea for it. Okay. I just have to decide how many of these I want to put down and where. I don't think I want them all the way across. Maybe. But I'm going to do them every other niche, whatever it is, to start with, and then see if I like that or not, or if I want them all the way. What do you think? Does it need to be more than that? I almost think it does, because when they get all put together, it's going to look funny. So that'll make the next ones easy. I won't need to pull parts of them off. Oops. They want to stick to my hand and not the paper. I may have to put glue on the back of them. They're sticky, but I don't know that they're going to stay stuck. I've used pink ones from Dollar Tree before, and they've stayed stuck, but we'll see. Okay, let's try this one. I haven't trimmed this one yet, but, and these are further apart than the ones on that one. But I like it better. Maybe I'll move that one over a little bit. All right, it's going to need glue. It's going to need its own glue. I have a little tool somewhere, but let's use the art glitter glue for this, because I know it'll work. It'll hold it down. I'm not putting it on the lace. I'm just putting it on the paper. And I got too much. but that's okay. I'm gonna put it right over here on the edge, and it just wants to stick to my fingers. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe what I need to do is put a little bit of glue about where they're gonna be, and then I won't have that problem. I hope. This one I only need 2. Look at these little scissors that are supposed to be non-stick to cut the glue stuff here and put them down on here. That works. Maybe. They're still sticking to my fingers. Oh, that one really is messed up, the lace on it. I'm going to pull that up. It's still wet enough that I can. Good. Good. That works. Hope you can see what I'm doing here. I'm sure this part will need to be edited too, because it's going to be so interesting watching me put these down on here. But I think it's fun to have them on there. I'll have to find the journal that I'm going to put it in. I don't know where I put it. I've got a lot of projects that are pending finishing. Oh, these need to be moved up a little bit. And that needs a little more glue on it. I'll put some art glitter. It might work. I know it doesn't do that good for lace, but it might work on that. Okay, we'll put a clip on it. Then it can dry with the clip on it. My little doggy's in here, want me to play with her. You gonna bring me the toy? Bring it over here. I can't play with you unless you give it to me. Come on. Come on. Nope. Nope. She wants me to play with her, but she doesn't want to bring me the toy. And where I'm sitting, I can't turn the chair around to get it, so that's just the way it is. Eventually, she'll bring it over closer to me so I can throw it for her. She's got a tennis ball. Oh, okay. I think I like that. And I didn't need the pearl, oh goodness, I've got a mess up here. I gotta clean up my crafting space sometime in the near future. Put my pin back in my glue. See if this glued down. If not, I'll have to use the other stuff. I may have to use it on some of these anyway. Do I have them all trimmed? No, I do not. Okay. Now I've got one of these little things again. This isn't very thick paper. I was thinking of backing it with some cardstock or some something and I should have done it and I didn't. So it's not going to be very strong to hold anything heavy, but you know, it doesn't need to. I can put little lightweight things in it. Oh. Get it all the way there and they fall out. And it falls out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's my tool. Okay. Now I've left the ends on this, and I don't know whether I want to do that or not. I think I'm going to trim them off because I kind of like the way the other one looks trimmed off. So I'm just going to cut these with the scissors and get all my scraps into my little box here. At least most of the scraps into the little box. Yeah, I think this is quite pretty. This is a... I probably shouldn't have put all 6 of them on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got 7. I probably don't need 7. Probably do just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I think I'll take one of them off. I'm just going to pull it off. Okay. And this one, I'm actually going to spread out really wide since I have all the beads on there. Well, I actually only need 5 on it. So I'm going to take off another one. Which means I'm going to have to mash this down again. Okay. If I want it spread out, I don't need as many. I'd like the beads to all look... Oh, I didn't ink it again. But I'm not going to take it apart. I'm just going to ink it in here, I think. Because it really only needs the one side inked. And I probably could have used my black soot for this inking and it would look lovely. I bought a little small sampler thing of them and I've never used the black soot. It'd probably look good on this with the black. Okay. Well, I think I want this one inked just a little bit more. And those aren't sticking so well. I'll have to come back and glue those on later, but I'm not going to do that with you watching. I don't think it's necessary. Okay, what I do think is necessary is that I glue these down at the bottom. So that they lay like this on each other. And if you notice, you don't have to go very far up to glue them. You just can glue them at the bottom, basically. Like right there. And get that over so that the glue catches. Oops, that one's not over far enough. This one may not work as well as I wanted it to with the beads on it, with the pearls. I should have not put the last pearl on each one. Well, it's done now. Learn from me. If you're going to put beads on it or pearls like this, don't put them all the way across. I wonder if I can take one off of each thing. Oops. Obviously not that one. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have these sticking to everything. Okay, let's see if I can get that to move over. Oh, I used art glitter glue. I may be sorry now. Let's put them up like this. Actually, I could have just done them all the way across after I got it opened. I'll have to remember that for next time if I do something like this. Yep, I'll remember that next time. Now, I had this idea of putting one of these down here. What do you think? I think it needs something else behind it. And that might just be a piece of this red lace. The only thing is, it's a little bit too big, so a little bit too wide, so I'm going to cut this down the middle. Cut some of it off. I see people doing that to lace all the time, and I think, oh, how can they do that? Well, here I am doing it. All right, and I'm going to put some glue around here. It'll hold the lace down. Put it over the top of my brad. And I'm going to need it again in a minute to put the flower down on top of it, but in the meantime, I'm going to try and gather this up. Oh, maybe I only need one little bit of it. I definitely need my little tool here. Push it down with. Well, fingers work better, don't they? Fingers always work better. Okay, I didn't need that, I don't think. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. We'll make this a little fuller up here and fill in the bottom with this. I don't want it to interfere with, take the pin out, that helps. Interfere with the tags or whatever I put in here. I'm going to put a bunch right there. Some here where I'm going to join it. I hope I've got enough. Probably don't. At least I didn't stick myself again. I like to kind of fold the ends under when I do something like this so that there's no raw edges sticking out. Oops, that's a raw edge. Don't want that sticking out there. Okay. Now I put my little black flower in the middle there. except it also wants to stick to my hands because my hands have got so much gunk on them. All right, I think we're good. Gonna have to put these red pearls back. I really want one in the middle of this, but I don't dare take that out. Maybe I can just put a couple around the black center of it if I can get it in the center. If I take it out, the flower will fall apart. Although I could put it back together. Let's see if I can get a couple of these on here. Looks like maybe 4, which is just about what I have out here. I need my tweezers, because right now what I have is sticky fingers from the glue. Everything wants to stick to me. Okay, let's use the tool. I can always clean the tool off. Oh, come on. Now this might be a little bit, oh, look at it. They're all sticking to my fingernails. And my polish is coming off with the glue. Oh, fun. Well, I was going to take it off and put on something different anyway. When I go in the water aerobics, it comes off. So I might as well just take it off. Oh, for goodness sake. All right. Let's just get the glue off the hands and start over here. I got new wet wipes. Haven't even opened them yet. Ooh, this smells like baby powder. That's kind of nice. I buy them at Dollar Tree because they're cheap. And so am I. My sister says I shouldn't say cheap. I should say less expensive. So they're less expensive at Dollar Tree. How's that? Okay, now I'm going to get out my little tool for doing pearls and see if it'll work on these. Well, that one's stuck to the... Oh. It was stuck to the table, now it's stuck to me. Now where did it go? It went over there. All right. And this one I want to put right there. When the glue dries, well, it looks like I can get it off a little bit now. I was going to say when the glue dries, I'm going to have to clean those off, because they're going to have glue on them. It's got a little tail of the sticky stuff on it, but I can cut that off when it's dry. Do I need another one? I think I had another one here somewhere. Wipe this off while I'm doing that. I thought I had another one sticking out here. Well, I think that's okay the way it is. And it will go on my page. If this was my page, which it isn't, I would put it like this and then put things in There. And I have a couple of things here I could put in. I wouldn't use these. They're too big and they would cover up too much stuff, but they're little scraps I have sitting here, so I mean, they're going to hang way out of the page if I did that, which I wouldn't do, but you get the point. As a matter of fact, for this, I would make them much smaller, or I might just use a big, let me see here what I have. I might put something big behind it. This is too big, but it would work to put like an envelope behind it or something. Just something pretty. That's all it requires, is something pretty. And I can see I've got some lace that didn't stick down here. So we're requiring more glue. Thank goodness it all dries clear. Okay, so this is my video for today, and I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and think about subscribing to my channel. I'd like to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm a fairly new channel and I don't have, I think I have around 500 and something. I don't think I'm up to 600 yet, but anyway, look, it would look good on this side, on this color, because of the tan. Okay, so there we go. There are my ideas taken from Treasured Books, Natasha. And if you don't watch her channel, I'll link it below. Please go and watch her channel. She is so good. She has so many wonderful ideas all the time. She's just fantastic. I look forward, she only posts once a week, but I look forward every week to her new post. I may put a flower or something on this one at some point. I've got some flowers somewhere that I think would look good on there. Anyway, that's it for today. This is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. Please like, subscribe, and you can always hit the bell so you know when I put up a new video, because I'm not very regular on them. I only got one last week. I'm going to try and do better. Thanks for watching. Bye.